Hello everyone and welcome again to the Armor Attack YouTube channel. Here in this video we're going to feature all of the Hermit faction, not only the Creeper but also the Acrid and the Genesis in this Beacon Rush game mode. First we use the fastest character that we have, which is the Creeper, to capture the first beacon. We try to do it without losing any time. So while we are capturing the first beacon, we prepare for the jump to the next one. It's important to utilize the mobility that the Creeper has in order to capture those two beacons before the enemy can do anything about it. Luckily, the enemy didn't even try to capture this beacon, so this is a good thing going for us. Here we try to dish as much damage as possible because it's free damage that we can do right now. We do whatever we can right now and try to finish that enemy off after we generate enough ammo and have a better angle at seeing that enemy. A very good thing that the Creeper can do very well is shooting while only the weapons are shown, because the weapons on the Creeper are mounted so high above. Now there seems to be no action going here on the left side of the map, so we try to jump from cover to cover to see where we can be helpful to our team. You have here a very squishy character, so it's very important to make sure that you always land behind cover, or at least be exposed to only one enemy at a time. Here we are fighting against the Bastion faction. Those characters tend to be tanky but don't carry very explosive firepower, so we can survive this encounter. Now also another Bastion character. Here we utilize this pillar here as a cover, but when we see that the enemies have used all of their firepower, we try to face head on, but because the enemy had some backup from an ally, we lost that encounter, but we were able to destroy that character at least. Now dropping on with the Genesis has 3 weapons instead of 2 that the Creeper has. It has 3 of the Torrent weapon, which carries a huge firepower, huge burst damage. But here on the Genesis, the weapons are not as well leveled as they are on the Creeper. So this enemy is busy fighting another one, so we can do some free damage, do a free kill. Those red spots are very dangerous, so try to avoid them. Get out of these circles once you see them. We try to hunt some enemies that are fighting the boss, because as I said, the weapons are not very well leveled. We have a very slow and tanky character here. The ability gives the character extra durability and increased movement speed. So we try to see where we can do some free damage here and there. We took some damage, but it's not enough. It's not worth activating the ability for it. We try to do some free damage here, unload our burst damage. Now we activate the ability because those metals can really do quite a number on you, so it's better to activate the ability and avoid this unnecessary damage. The ability is worn off now and we can eliminate this enemy without taking so much damage. Now this weapon that this Imperial faction character, the Architect, is using doesn't do very high damage, so the lifesteal that we do is able to even that out, so we don't lose huge amount of durability. Do some damage to the boss. Avoid this red spot and try to move where the action goes. Actually, here is some action because the enemies managed to spawn nearby, and we make use of this position and try always to be exposed to only one enemy at a time. This sneaky enemy behind us is trying to do some free damage, but hopefully we'll be able to take a better position and take that damage. Here you see, when you start firing at the enemy, make sure that the enemy is well placed in the aiming box, otherwise you're gonna waste your firepower, as I did for the first second. And the first second when using the Hermit faction are the most important moments to fire, because that's where the burst damage that you have kicks in. Trying to utilize this cover. Capturing beacon is not my priority for now because we are good on beacons, so managing this encounter, surviving this encounter is going to be the most important thing. Now I'm exposed to huge firepower, but I have activated the ability, so I was able to mitigate most of that firepower. Now taking good cover. Unfortunately, I received huge artillery shot from a Bastion robot, Bastion character, and unfortunately a Hermit enemy was able to inflict a huge amount of damage, because those characters, yeah, can do some good damage with their burst damage. Now, due to some error here, I guess I wasn't able to make it in time, so I changed my mind and tried to face enemies head on. The ability of this robot is a slow moving acid that is moving towards the enemy and does huge amount of damage on the enemy, but make sure that you place this shot very well, otherwise the enemy will be able to dodge it, especially if they are moving to the left or the right of the screen. So now moving on to where the action is, and I don't think anyone is fighting the boss anymore, so we have those enemies, we have some teammates here fighting. We take some time to reload and cover, and then unleash our firepower again. When we do the first burst damage, we only have another chunk of damage to do, so we reload, which is better. Now, as you saw, the ability does really quite a number on the enemy. So now we target first the Hermit, because that's the one can hurt us, then switch back to the Imperial, and it's done. And I think the match is won. Yes. You can't go any further beyond this Gold 1 league. I think they should open for us more leagues, but this is it for now. Received the rewards, and that's it. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you in the next one. Bye bye.